Hi ho cat guys, I'm Tangar Igroglaz, and today I'll tell you how to install and to use Lich in DragonRealms. DragonRealms mod text more PG, and Lich its interface between your client and your hands, which is very powerful and could do a lot of scripts, macroses and complex stuff, which is already cooked for you, so you just take a small piece of a pie and eat it. You do not need to program anything if you're using Lich, actually, because some people they think that it's very hard to use Lich. Actually, it's not so hard. So let's start. First you need to come to the Lich website, and here you push download, choose your system, Windows, Linux or Mac. In my case we would go through Windows installation, and here you have detailed instruction what to do. First you need download Simultronics launcher. So where is it? You could find it anywhere actually, at the website, at the official website, this Simultronics game launcher, or you could use this link. So yeah, let's download it. Then we need to download Ruby. Ruby it's something like framework length for Ruby program languages, because this Lich it's come from Ruby. So we're coming to this website. We see a lot of different installations, but as these instructions say, we need Ruby 2.0. So we're going to archives, and here we have to find this Ruby 2.0, not 64 version, just normal one, this one. So we also download it. Let's now install launcher. To install launcher, we have to right click and run it with administrator rights, and just go through the installation, next, finish. That's it. Now Ruby installation. Also let's run it as administrator, and here we click OK, I accept. We choose these two things. Add Ruby executables for your path. Oh, actually we do not need it, just last one. So you choose this last thing, and you could choose different place for where to set up, but for me it's okay, let it would be at disk C, why not. And we click install. Installation finished, very fast. Then we go back here. So now we need to install Lich. To do so we just download this file. It's a zip file, and we unpack it here. It's archive. So this is our Lich. So this is actually our scripts, all kinds of scripts. So it is where you would have everything in this folder, and that's it for now. Because okay, we could create a shortcut, but it's not really important. So now we do not need anything at this website, because DragonRealms players made their own version of the game, of the Lich. It's called DR scripts, so you could find it at RPHERBIG repository in GitHub. I'll put a link below this video. So these guys, it's a team, a lot of very good people. They make, you see, 68 contributors. They made actually Lich for DragonRealms, because this Lich which we downloaded, it's for Gemstone, for another mod. And this stuff, it's all for DragonRealms. So after we come to this page, we scroll down and we are looking for get started to setup guide. So we're coming through it. And now what do we need? Right now we need to run this file, Lich. So we just double click at it and it says, do we wish to install SQLite 3? Yes, we need this thing to make Lich work. It's installing for some time, but okay, it was fast. And now it's reloading. You have to wait a bit. And while it's reloading, it would ask us, do we wish to install yet another package? Yes, this one, GTK2, and we say yes. And it would be a quite long thing while it would install it, because it would also download quite big amount of files. After it was downloaded, he would ask to restart. We push OK, and Lich restarting. And now, when game would run with the Lich, we have to go through certain commands in game which we have to use. So yeah, this is Lich launcher. This is Lich launcher, and here what we could do, we could just enter our login and password. We choose Stormfront client, in my case, maybe you choose different, save info for quick game entry, and we push connect. It's connecting, and we choose DragonRealms. Okay, and we're going inside the game. DragonRealms started, and we see that Lich started it downloading lots of different stuff, maps and other stuff. So, but it's actually right now it works with wrong files. It works with files for Gemstone, and in this instruction, so this dear DragonRealms scripts, how to make Lich work for DragonRealms. Now we need to go through all these commands. First one is this: you just select them, and then you push these commands right here. First we need to download dependency Lich. It's like we're downloading a special script for Lich, which make Lich use our own DragonRealms repository, where we have a lot of our scripts. So then we push second command, trust dependency. So now it's trusted script. Then we push dependency install, and in this step you have to wait like 5 minutes or even more, because it would download a lot of different scripts, and you would wait like 5 minutes. Even if nothing happens, you just wait till it would finally restart, and so let's wait a bit. Even if you see that nothing happens in game, you could check your Lich directory, Lich scripts, profiles, and you would see how amount of files increasing here. It means that Lich right now downloading files, and he writes, so there is a next thing which he's doing. So you just have to wait like 5 minutes. So after a while it would write finished install, and dependency would restart. So when dependency would be again active, you could continue go through the instruction. After we installed everything, now you have to use Lich fork. So it's like we're saying that we have to use only our special files only for DragonRealms. Yeah. Now I recommend also to download this script, because it helps you to navigate through map. So we're also downloading this script. So we're just going through all these instructions, nothing hard here. So we set up aliases, so you wouldn't need to type narost, you have to type map. So you wouldn't need to type like narost to summon map, you could just type map. It's aliases. So that's it with all this setup in here. And now we are going to open Lich directory and create our profile. How to do so? We're going Lich, scripts, profiles. And here you see in instruction it's number 8 thing. You are looking for your class sample file. So in my case it's sample paladin. And you have to call it with your name. So example, your character name Vasya, or okay, anything. I am Igroglaz. So by the way, it's even better. Why not? Okay, let's call it Igroglaz. You could just make a backup of this file, but it's not really important. After you did so, this is very important file, which you could edit with text reductor like Notepad or any other one. And here, let me make it a bit bigger. Here you have a lot of your character properties which Lich would use. Here you could write a lot of settings for Lich scripts. So actually that's it for this tutorial, and we need to go next one to script tutorials. Yeah, not to script but script wiki. Yeah, and here we would see YAML basic intro. So after you set up Lich, you already could start to play with it. For example, Lich could go anywhere in the game. You could say like go Tangar. He would ask which Tangar. I could go to any Tangar in the game with Lich. It's very useful. So if he asked us, we could say now we have to choose which Tangar. Send let's go Falcon 7, and Lich go there. We could say map, and Lich would open a map. Let me show it. It's opened in my second screen. Yeah, here it is. So this map shows where your character is. So it's very useful. You just push map and your character would be okay, let's out, maybe inside of the building. He do not want to walk. Map. Yeah, you see? It's showing where I am. And if I'm going to the west, you see map moving. So it's just small amount of things which Lich could do. Actually, Lich could train your skills. Every skill in the game could be trained with Lich, and you do not need to do anything for it. Do not do AFK scripting. So for example, all my scripts, all my skills, they could be trained with the Lich. But before you would start with scripting, you have to work with your YAML file. So you have to put here your properties of your character. For example, I use large edged weapon. Let me go there. Yeah. So large edged weapon I'm planning to use. Here you have to put all your equipment, all your items which you wear. So all this stuff, it's written here in YAML documentation. So you just go, it's first part, then YAML basic part 1. You have to read it carefully, and without, if you wouldn't read, you wouldn't understand how it works, but you have to read it once carefully and you have to set up this YAML file. After you would do so, you would just be able to do something like this. Crossing train. And I just started script which will train enormous amount of my skills automatically. And this is Lich script which could do mad stuff. So you see, I even didn't edit this YAML file, and yeah, it worked. It would work without YAML file, but to have efficient training in fighting, for example, you have to do it. A list all show which stuff going right now, and we could, let's stop our script, kill crossing training. Yeah, because you see, he tried to thief some gold. As I am a paladin, so he wanted to thief five silver, so I will be able to have more conviction holy power. So in my YAML file I changed thief to false and save. That's it. From now on, if I'll go crossing train, it wouldn't try to go and thief. So yeah, it's actually quite easy. It could look complex, but actually it's not complex at all, and you need just to read this YAML documentation carefully and then check scripts of other players. So there are a lot of scripts of other players. Let's create program which would open this automatically. It will be easier. So all these players who share their scripts, you could get a lot of ideas how to create your YAML file. And yeah, and another thing, check wiki, check DragonRealms wiki in Elanthropedia here, script settings. So here you also have some information about YAML, but it's not much here. But what important, you have for every skill, you have settings. For example, combat trainer. If you expand, you see here, this expand button, all settings which you could write in this your YAML. But be careful, there is an interesting thing that there is a file which called base YAML. Base YAML, it's file which loading first. It's general config file, and you do not change anything here. So this is a general config, you do not change. It's huge one, and it has to be unchanged. So if you want to add any of these settings for your script, by the way, what's going on? Okay, you see, he's training appraisal right now, this script, without me. So all these settings you have to put it in your file, in your name, how it's named, your name setup file. You have to put everything here, because first general base file loaded, this one, and then second loaded your file with your name, and all settings has to be in this file which you want to, or if you want override basic. So it's the most general and the most important conception, because I didn't understood it at first. I've read it in the guide, so you have to read this guide very careful. Yeah, it's the most important thing. That's it, guys. Like this, you could use this enormous amount of scripts. Just take a look at this list. There are scripts for, I think, how much scripts here? I think like 50 or maybe like this. So huge amount of cooked scripts, and you could write your own scripts in Ruby if you wish. So it's a really powerful instrument, Lich. And yeah, I hope that this video would help you to understand how to set up. Thank you very much for watching. Would be glad to see your comments. Please write me comments at YouTube and don't forget to subscribe at my channel. Have a good day. Bye bye, cat guys.